All right, welcome back, everybody. Time now for Great Day Food.
Yes, Chef Plum is here now. He's showing us how to make an oven, budget-friendly pizza. You can make it fast, no delivery needed. It's already there.
Are you using plum tomatoes, Chef?
Ooh, nicely done. Of course, they're the fruit of the earth, Scott. Why wouldn't I? And Kara, it's a no-oven pizza. This pizza can be done almost before you can even heat your oven up.
Oh my gosh, a no oven.
Crazy.
How do you do
How do
it
you do a
without
pizza without an oven?
That I don't understand.
I'm going to show you.
It's got a sauce.
I know. I'm going to show you. This is a really fun one. Now, listen, I understand we're in Connecticut. If I say something bad about pizza, it's kind of sacrilege. I don't want to offend anybody. So just know this is just a different version of doing a pizza. Maybe fast on a Monday night, you're trying to get dinner done. Let me show you how we're going to do this. So just, we're all in agreement, right? Like Connecticut's the best pizza in the world. We all agree that or no?
Absolutely,
yeah, okay.
Totally.
All right, we're just going to make a fast one.
That's right. Okay, so here we go. So we're actually going to make our own dough too. So I've got 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. It's this stuff right here. You buy at any grocery store, it's in the same flour aisle. We're going to add that to our bowl. And the best part about this is, Kara, you think I would figure this out for all these years. Every time I cook with flour, I still wear a black jacket. I don't know why I do that.
That's
so
really funny.
Yeah, of course, right? So then I've got about 3/4 cup of water here. There we go. I'm going to put that in there as well. And I'm going to add a nice, healthy pinch of salt to this, okay? Don't be afraid of the salt. The salt's good for you. Okay, now I'm going to take this spatula. I'm just going to start mixing this up slowly. If you mix this up really fast, like I did the first time this morning, it ends up all over your shirt. Don't do that. Just take it slow. Start like kind of mixing together. You'll see how it starts to come together. And of course, I'm doing this slow so you guys can see this here in the studio. But usually I do a little bit faster, but you can see how it starts to kind of come together. It looks like a little shaggy mass there. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
I'll bring it up close in a second here.
It comes together right now.
Right. That's right. Over the cutting board. No, that doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, here we go. I guess it worked. So then I'm going to take my hands. I'm going to start mixing it together with my hands. I'm going to dump this now onto my board like this. This is legit the hardest part of doing this whole recipe. So I'm going to start kind of working this all together into a ball. And again, there's no yeast leavening here. We're all doing it with that self-rising flour. There we go. So working together like this. Now, as this is getting happy and coming together on the cutting board, you can see it starts to make a big ball of dough. And this is a great dough also if you're making flatbreads or naans or something
really
like
good.
that. You know,
I'm shocked.
Really easy. Okay.
That was it. Water and self-rising flour. Okay.
That's it. Self-rising flour, a little bit of water. I'm going to take this now and put it back in my bowl. I'm going to get my pan hot over here. So usually in this recipe, what I do now is I put a little olive oil in this pan, and I'm going to cook off a little onions and peppers. I did that ahead of time just for time's sake. But yeah, I get a little onions and peppers sauteed right here. Then what we do is, as this pan's getting hot, I'm going to take this dough. I'm going to cut it in half because this makes about 2. There we are. Put that back in my bowl and start working this out on the board here. Now, if you need to add a little flour to make it not stick, go ahead. It's not going to hurt it. A little bit of flour down there. And just don't wear black when you do it. I'm telling, look, you see what I just did? My wife makes fun of me every time. All right, here we go. So I'm going to start working this dough out. Just kind of pressing it, and kind of letting that start to come together good. So what happens is it starts to form a ball. We're going to start pressing it out with our fingers, okay? This is not rocket science. We don't need a rolling pin. We don't need to have a big number 10 can of rolling it out. Check this out. It starts to kind of come together. Flip it and roll and press it with your fingers. Taking those areas that are a little bit larger, just kind of smash them down a little bit. There we go. Sometimes I take my hands on the edge like this. Okay, so what we do now is we take our dough just like this. Make sure we're not sticking to the board. I've got a little olive oil in my pan here.
Okay.
Get the pan hot, and I'm going to take this dough. I'm going to put it right into my pan, just like this. Right into the pan. Now we're going to give it a few minutes, and what's going to happen is it's going to start to brown up on the bottom. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Let me get this flour off here before I paint my entire body with it. All right, check this out. So what happens is we'll end up flipping it out of the pan, and it looks like this. It browns on the bottom. That's what we're looking for here. To brown up on the bottom of the pan. So then what we do is we're going to get our pan, a little bit more oil after we flip it. Get this pan nice and hot. We're going to take this. We're going to keep that charred side that we just did up. And by the way, the pizza you ordered still hasn't shown up yet, just so you know. Put this down in the pan like this. Now, once it's in the pan like this, what I'm going to do is take a little bit of tomato sauce. You can use like canned tomatoes if you want as well. I'm going to put that right on top. This is just a Rouse, store-bought sauce. Like I said, I'm not trying to, make anybody upset at me about pizza here. I'm just giving another option. That's all.
Yep.
Right there. And by the way, the oven's still not hot yet, FYI. I should have put a timer on it. I'm going to add a little bit of, this is a mozzarella cheese right here on top. Then I'm going to add a little bit of that sauteed onions and peppers I've got here right on top of that. Now, Chef, how on earth are you going to melt that cheese on that pizza and cook the bottom of that dough.
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked, Scott. Let me show you. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna top right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add just a few drops of water on the side to create that steam that we're looking for. There we go. And then I'm gonna cover it with this. Cover it with that lid. Now this is gonna take about 3-4 minutes. And what's gonna happen is that pizza is gonna come out beautifully melted. All those ingredients on top of it are gonna be nice and set in that cheese beautifully. And then the sides are gonna be nice and crisp and that dough is puffed up. Don't believe me? I'm gonna show you. We're gonna let this one cook for a few minutes here. Here's the one I did just before we went on the air. Check this out.
Wow, this looks amazing.
Wow.
Take this guy
One
out
pot
here.
meal,
Yeah,
no oven needed.
No oven needed. Look at this. Are you kidding me?
They haven't started
This is
making the
beautiful.
pizza at the delivery place yet.
They're not. Listen, if you're at my household right now, Kara, no one's even decided what they wanted yet. Like they're still talking about who's getting what. So this way, it's done. You can put whatever you want on there, and it comes out beautifully. Let me show you here if you want to see the inside of that dough, just so you can see what I'm talking about here. Look how beautiful this cooks. Look how the bottom of it cooks. Oh, can you see that in the camera
Yeah,
there?
looks
that's
so
awesome.
good.
So each kid gets their own.
That's it. They all get their own. Just hopefully, maybe you can have them do the dishes too, because here at the house, I'm gonna use one pan, but showing it for TV, I think I used all of them. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank
super
you
fun,
so
super
much.
easy. You guys are the best. I'm coming to see you soon.
Okay,
Yay.
good. Good. We'll get to eat something and finally he makes.
Oh, yeah.
If he comes in person.
Yeah.
and he gets to eat it.
He'll get to learn and eat it.